Thank you. Cheers. Hello, everyone. I've called my talk City Glitter. It was a term that I heard, and it really appealed to me, and you'll see why. Hello, yeah. Hidden in plain sight, because what I do is hidden, but it's also in plain sight. Makes sense. Hello. So hear me. I'm Nat. I'm a dad. I'm a husband. I've been a husband for 16 years. I doodle. I think doodling's great. I am a teacher. I've been a teacher for 25 years. I've been a skateboarder for 40 years, and I draw that thing a lot. And I am making it up as I go along, so here we go. This is me, thanks for the photo. Me in my lovely space. I am called Teethlikescrewdrivers. I go by that name in terms of my art, and I still struggle to call myself an artist. It feels real weird because, I just draw pencils. A vague plan. Stickers and paste-ups. This is what we're talking about tonight. I freaking love stickers and paste-ups. It's an absolute passion of mine. We're going to talk about what they are, why we use them, how we make them, who's in our gang, and why they're hidden in plain sight. If it goes to plan. If I get the red card, then it's going to end early. Okay, what are they? Stickers. We all know stickers. Everybody knows what a sticker is. It's a sticky thing. It has some stuff written on it. It's really, really useful. So we see them everywhere. I'm a big fan of a skateboard sticker because I'm a skateboarder. I think that that's kind of a massive part of my identity. So to have a skateboard sticker when I was a kid and you had it on things, people could see you're a skateboarder. Yes. And also I had no money, so instead of buying new wheels, I'd buy a sticker. And then I'd be like, where am I going to put it? Okay, I need to really think about this. And kids love stickers as well. I'm a school teacher. We have thousands of stickers that we give out. We see them on fruit because they're really useful. They tell us what the fruit is if we don't know. And we use them for important jobs like sending things abroad, like the airmail ones. Weirdly, there's a real new thing of people like monetizing stickers. And it feels real weird to me. You'll see why later on. But they make stickers and they draw them and then they try and sell them to people. And there's like websites dedicated to how to make and sell stickers, which is a thing. People like that. Paste-ups are just bigger versions. A paste-up is a bigger version of a sticker, but you don't buy big pieces of paper that are sticky, so you make your own sticky. The Egyptians did it. They used bones and stuff, and then someone went, well, actually, you could just use flour and water, and that today still used. Flour and water is the main way of sticking a paste-up on the wall, wheat paste. They're really useful. They were made more useful when someone invented the printing press, because then you were like, I've got something to say. I'm going to print 1,000 copies of it so that everybody can see it, rather than just my friend who's looking at the poster. They had massive, big events all over the world. That was in London. The Bill Stickers exhibition, where people showed off how awesome their posters were. They're useful. They're just going to the toilet just now. There's heaps of them on the wall, advertising gigs and bands happening, and they could be political, but we're not talking about political, but they could be political. They're advertising, shows on at Coca when David Shrigley came along. I love that poster. I love David Shrigley. They're real simple. The most simple thing of all. They're tiny stickers. They're really cheap. They're really easy to make. You can have 1,000 of them in your pocket. If you're an artist, it's really, really the same reasons. I'm an artist. Again, I'm not an artist, but as my art is very much a small scale. I don't put too much effort into it, but I do put a lot of them out there. So they don't last. The weather gets them. Someone might pull them off because they're grumpy. I don't sit for hours and hours of creating an artwork and then put it on the wall in the gallery. My view's a bit like the sticker on the fruit is, well, I'd rather make 1,000 little tiny ones and people go, I've seen one of them somewhere before. Damn it, I've seen another one. What the hell? And that's where my brain's going with my artwork. How? So the great thing about this type of artwork, unlike the other street arts, if you call them that, graffiti, those kind of things, this is a bit different because you can use anything to create the artwork. So you don't have to be able to really draw beautiful pencil lines and all the rest of those things. You can create it in whatever way you like, because essentially the outcome is a piece of paper or a sticker stuck to something. So we've got some really good examples, some you might have seen around, of different ways of producing stickers and paste-ups. We've got like medieval woodblock prints. Someone wants to carve a woodblock print, they can carve it, they can use it to make a sticker. Collage, one of my favourite Christchurch artists, Caper Storms, takes these amazing old manuals from the 70s and 60s and collages them, photocopies them, and then prints them and then pastes them up over and over and over. That one's just down the road. Mark, a good friend of mine's he's even more of a nerd than I am, but he's a super Star Wars nerd, so he just takes photographs of his favourite Star Wars characters and makes them 6 foot high and then glues them to the side of abandoned buildings. I mean, that's awesome in my book. You could do stencils. Oh, it's going away. Stencils, really, really quick, efficient way of making artwork. Hand-drawn stuff. El Toro. There's a little bit of political, sorry, down in the bottom right. I will not hate stickers. Was a sticker made to say that you're not going to hate stickers. One of the greatest sticker artists probably that people might or might not know is this guy up in the top left. Oh, I've got this button here. Him. Andre the Giant. So it was a sticker made by a guy called Shepard Fairey who did the political poster I showed you earlier on, the Obama poster. He also runs Obey, which is a huge kind of multicultural Scottish T-shirts and clothing and skateboard and stuff. But that was a sticker where he was the first person to go, actually, this is different to other artwork. Instead of me putting my sticker up and people seeing that I've been there, I'm going to put a free version up online and people can download it and print it and put it wherever they like. So that sticker, the design is everywhere. There've been books written about it. I saw one at the Governor's Bay Wharf the other day and I was like, how did that get? Someone somewhere has got that picture and it's ended up in Governor's Bay. Repetition's huge. I'm as you'll see, big fan of repetition. So this guy here, take an image and do it 10 times and 10 people see it. Do it 1,000 times and your artwork's getting seen a lot more. It doesn't need to mean anything, as mine doesn't mean anything. And then the labels, there's a big thing about labels, free sticky labels. In America, they call them the 228s. That's this bad boy here. Free, you just go to the post office. Can I have some, please? And they go, yep. In New Zealand, they're the customs declaration labels, free. Big stickers are free. That's useful. Free stickers is good because you use a lot of them. This is a bit where I can talk and you just have to listen even more. These are some of my favorite artists who I really like, and the reason I like them is because of many reasons. This is my favorite. These are called the Toasters. Yes, they just draw a toaster. That's it. Nothing else. No reasoning, no meaning, no anything. Nothing to do with anything other than they just draw a toaster. But this toaster's been everywhere. I've seen it in the Tour de France on the floor when the bikes go past. Glastonbury Festival, some dude had a massive one on a flag. There's a football club in the UK who have it as their logo, but they don't know why. It's just they just know that it's become it's iconic. And I saw one of these, which is probably why I'm here. I saw one of these on a lamppost in my hometown in the UK when I was about 16. And I was like, I've actually seen a real toaster sticker. Like, it was completely mind-blowing for me. And still to this day, my favourite artists of all. Did I miss one? No. Swoon from America. Paste-ups, but the most amazing art paste-ups. And I don't know if you can quite see, but this, oh God, here we go. Back. And that's the button. This yellow is not the paper, it's the hole in the paper. So she's doing these huge artworks and then cutting them out and then gently and delicately sticking them on the side of buildings. They're amazing. And artworks in huge galleries across the States. I think across the world as well. I'm pressing buttons. Did I miss JR? Hello. No, hello. Getting there, just swoon. There's Bloom. Christchurch, local, originally from Ireland, draws flowers. Big ones on the side of a building just down the road. But she also does really cool things with little messages of joy. So she just like, what songs am I listening to at the moment? She does a little poster and just goes and puts it out. So if you're walking around and you see it, like, oh my God, okay, I'll just Google that and have a listen. It's kind of a really cool way of sharing, I guess. Vez, again, totally different. She makes wooden spoons with sticky faces. So she cuts out all the faces of magazines, glues them to wooden spoons, takes photographs of them, makes them this big, and then sticks them to things. Like, what? No reason other than, look at it, they're amazing. Like, I've got two of my own personal ones. One's in my car, one's on my desk. Like, the greatest things ever. And hilarious, but wonderful, and just great. I feel like I've missed one, but never mind. The one I was going to show you was JR. I don't know if it's on there. I'll try and go back. There's an artist called JR who's a... is it there? No. It's there, but it's not there. From France, and they took a photograph during the Paris riots of a guy pointing a camera like a gun, and he won an award. And with that award, he bought a wide format printer, which runs on rolls of paper. So my brain is probably doing what his brain is like. So if I was to print it 20 meters high, I could do 7 layers, and I could make it that. Okay. So what he did was he started printing pictures of people from the towns and the villages that they were from to kind of personalize the place they're from. And some of his most famous works was one was a baby looking over the wall between Mexico and the US, and the baby was in a crib in the house on the Mexico side. So it was just a huge baby looking over. But my favorite one was that he was taking photographs of people's eyes, women's eyes. He had a whole art show, and he was taking a photograph of the women in their houses, printing it onto plastic, which then became the roofs, waterproofing the roofs of their houses in the suburbs, in the places they were living that were really, really like run down. So he was from the sky, all you can see are eyes, but underneath the eyes are all the people's houses of the eyes that the people living in that house, and they were waterproof, so they were then therefore stopping the houses getting wet from the rain. So kind of taking it to the completely next level. JR, Google it, because those pictures aren't working. What have we got next? Okay, so the whole point of this is that they're hidden in plain sight. My artwork, I love it the most when someone goes, I've seen that somewhere else. I don't know where, but then I'm going to keep my eye on it. And then, I've seen another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. And so some of the ways that we do it, I don't know how I'm doing time, but some ways we do it. Packs. Do you remember mail, when you used to write a letter and put it in stick a stamp on it and send it to someone who would get it? Well, a big part of our community, the stick community, is packs. You send a pack of your artwork to somebody else, and then they get your pack and go, this is awesome, I got all these free stickers because everyone loves stickers. And they might keep a couple for themselves that they really like, and then they might go out and put a few up where they live. And then they might take some of those pieces of artwork and put them in another envelope along with other envelopes stuff and send it to somebody else. The great thing, I've got a great story, I've got it in my bag. During lockdown, the mail system was kaput. Brazil weren't sending mail. So I had a friend who was trying to send me a pack from Brazil. They sent it, it got returned to them, we're not sending mail. They tried again, 6 months later, it wasn't working. Really wanted to get the pack to New Zealand. How are we going to do this? A friend of mine from Christchurch was visiting her family in Brazil. So she said, send it to my brother in Brazil. I'll get it from him when I see him. The pack got to that person. They came back to Christchurch. Then it went to an art gallery in town, which I know some friends who work at. They lost the pack. Then they moved and they did that big show at the museum, which is the big shift show. They set up a stall, and as they were moving, they were like, oh crap, it's nuts. Oh my God. It was like 2.5 years later, this pack arrived, and it was like, wow, okay. This is kind of amazing that this pack has traveled and been through so many people's hands, and eventually it came to me. Kizuku in Japan, he also draws pencils, so me and him are constantly sending packs to each other. Pencil gang has a posse, yes. But you also get like other stuff. They send like cool like markers. It's going to go down the nerd thing here, but markers from different places. They're local stickers. Yeah, we can go deep. Collaborations. This is a cool art thing that I'm not really into, but I've tried. Some characters are quite a big part of stickers. You have a character, you draw a character. So what happens is you do a character on a piece of sticky paper, usually a 228, like I talked about earlier on, and then you send that with your stickers to someone else, and they add theirs on a theme. And then another one adds another. And these don't kind of get stuck up in it. They just become these huge, long lines of artists who have added to an artwork. It becomes bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And then they have a show usually, and they'll put them out on the show. So I know that there's a few collabs going around, and God knows where they are, but people keep adding to them. In amongst it all is my artwork with all theirs. They do digital ones now, so you just send them a digital file as well, which is kind of, not cheating, but different. I'm a big fan of hand-drawn stuff. Mashups is one of my new things that I'm super into. We started some during lockdown because we couldn't go to each other's houses and stuff. Someone does a really cool design. You go, can I borrow your design and mash it together with my design and come up with a new one? And they go, yeah, cool. Because the sticker family is very cool at sharing stuff. It's not about, I'm going to put this here, it's mine. You can do whatever. So these are my mashups that people have done with me or I've done with other people. This guy here, Flying Fortress, this fella here, one is a huge artist, sells out in the galleries all over Europe. But I was like, can I do a mashup? He goes, yeah. And he just sent me all his files. Just go for it. It doesn't matter. And so I did that fella down there, red light. That one there is a mashup of his and then mine. Bloom did one with me. Marks did one the other week. This one was a guy with Occubop, and then I just recently did one with Hambone, and we're making it into a sticker. Fun times. It's like, makes your little brain kind of start to do cool things. Combos, there's one outside the front door here. I don't know, it's nothing to do with me, but there's a little electrical point out here, and people will start putting their stickers on it. Once you see one, you're like, oh, so-and-so's been here. I'll put my, it's like a little, nicer than a tag, and you can just peel it off. So don't worry. But they get big. Sometimes they're themed. My pencil is in there. Look, there he is. There's another one there, and I think there's one on the door down here somewhere. And there's one there somewhere too. But yeah, so people collect all these stickers from all these places and all these artists from all over the world. And I'm going to go and put them all out, find a cool spot, put them all up. Everybody's stoked because my photo, that's in Manchester. That was in, I think, maybe Hamburg. That's in Brazil. That's in Germany somewhere. I'm like, I didn't put them there. They just took my artwork and liked it and put it on the wall. And I'm like, yes, it's like another place it's been. Going to keep talking. Festivals, that's a big thing, festivals. We had one in New Zealand. This is the one we had in New Zealand. Oh, no, wrong button. There, that button. We had one in New Zealand. There was a 15-meter long wall, 4.5 meters high. We went, does anyone have some artwork on a wall in New Zealand? And we received hundreds and hundreds of packs from artists all over the world. 70-something artists sent us their stuff. We stuck it on a wall and it was sold out and it was amazing. Then there's a wall in town. There's a show in town. The lights up. And then we have the odd thing. This box here is over by the dancer mat in town. Next time you go past, have a little look in because people put their stickers in it and then you can take some. They're free. You can have them and stick them on things. And then if you draw stickers, you can put some in and then someone else can take your stuff. God, that's good. So I called it Hidden in Plain Sight because hopefully what you might get from this evening is that if you go out and look and don't worry about like the buildings and all the big stuff that's being built, look around in all the little nooks and crannies because people like me sounds really weird, artists, even weirder, people will be putting their artworks up and you don't need to go somewhere to look at them in a gallery or you don't need to look at things that they spent hours and hours on. There's just really cool ones around. I saw this Spike one the other day. I've no idea who it is, but they're taking photographs of really old cool buildings and they've written Spike on it and then they're sticking them up on really knackered old buildings. Like there's something cool about that. Bloom is there. These cool letters are everywhere. There's Mark stuff. There's a stupid pencil, and there's another stupid pencil there. Look. So they're around everywhere, and they're great. You might find one you really, really like, and you might try and keep spotting it everywhere. And that's kind of the joy of it. That's why I am here, I guess. So yeah, City Glitter. It's everywhere. Glitter gets everywhere. I'm a school teacher. It's everywhere. It's constantly in all your pores. And you're surrounded by artwork all the time. You don't have to go to a big gallery and have a canapé and a glass of wine. You could literally wander around the city and see artwork everywhere. It doesn't have to be a giant thing on the side of a building. It could be attached to a drain. It could be stuck on a lamppost. It could be hidden without you even realizing it. Some of my favorite art is art that you don't see until you really kind of look in a different way. That's a skateboarder in me. That's the way look at things differently, and you'll see a whole bunch of stuff. So start looking at electrical boxes or lampposts a bit more on the way around. So that's kind of me, really. That's why I did the talk. City Glitter. It's all there for you to have a look at and find. Cheers. Any questions? Has anybody got any questions? No? Yes. Damn it. Go for it.
What's your favourite marker?
My favourite marker? Oh, okay. Right, short story told short. Do you remember, well, you won't know because it's such a... So, Bic. Oh, come on. Bic make markers in New Zealand. There's two sorts. There was the Bic marker, and then there was the Stevens marker. Same shape, same design. They were black lines, and they last forever. And then they last year changed it to these weird eco-friendly big versions that shit. They're terrible. So I put a shout out on my Instagram, like, has anyone got any of the old markers? Because I love them. And someone, no idea who they were like, yeah, I just found 2 boxes at work. Do you want to come around my house and get them? So I drove like to Richmond Hill or something, and this guy was, and literally opened the garage and was like, hi, I'm here for the markers. Like they're the best. They're the yellow and black ones with the cool little lids on. They're the best in New Zealand. Japan has some really rad ones, but getting hold of them is expensive. They were the perfect. They were $3 each. Box of 16 for that. $25, the best. If anyone has any of those markers, please let me know, because they're the best. Thank you. Any other questions?
We can hook you up with some markers. I'm a stationery addict. I'm sure you won't mind us cold calling.
No, Karen. Karen.
I was wondering, so, you know, Christchurch has an incredible array of art on the streets, and there's always a debate about where does respectful art live and where does disrespectful art live. Do you have any opinion on where disrespectful stickering is and respectful stickering is?
I do have a viewpoint on that, if you're willing to listen. Probably why I like stickers and paste up so much is because if someone were to get really angry with me, I can just take them off. If I was spray painting the side of a building, and just as a clause, all of my stuff is on either abandoned buildings. If you don't like it, fix your building. It won't be there. Council's an interesting one. I mean, the lovely electrical boxes you see where they paint them that kind of weird green to make them blend in with the environment, even though it's a giant metal box by the side of the road. They even decorate it to look like moss. You know, they're going out of their way because they know it's a freaking eyesore. So to me, I like that. I think that looks way radder, personally, and if you don't, then that's fine. But to me, that looks radder than that stupid grey box that was there in the first place. So I'm okay with that. And if you don't like it, warm water, it will come off. That's my viewpoint. I'm happy to defend either way or other. I'm not doing it on people's property, because I've got a house, and if someone was to stick something inside my house, I'd be a bit pissed off. But I will do it on things that need to get fixed. I'm a big fan of that. If you're putting a big piece of wood in the window because your window is broken because the building's falling down, I'm trying to make it look nicer. And if I see it, I smile and go, it's a big stupid pencil on the side of a building. Like, come on, you can't be upset by that. If you are upset by that, sorry, but I don't think you can be upset by it. Because it's fun. I'm having fun. And it makes it look nicer. I mean, it's the same colour as the damn lamppost. You know, it's not that offensive. Sorry, carry on. Any other questions? Is my time up?
There was one question. Why is your name Teethlikescrewdrivers?
So, a primary school teacher, favourite book, Roald Dahl's The Twits. Anyone read it? In The Twits, Mr. Twit puts a frog into Mrs. Twit's bed. He calls it a giant skilly wiggler. And Roald Dahl uses a simile. It's got teeth like screwdrivers. The most disgraceful simile of all time. Like, as a kid, that's a gnarly image. Think about it. It's got teeth like screwdrivers. So I had it written down, and then when I started doing all this, I was like, oh, can I put Nat down? No, I can't. So I did Teethlikescrewdrivers. It's got a good ring to it. It's got a really cool letter in the middle. The W works well with the D. There's lots of another night for font and note stuff. There you go. Anything else? Okay.
So why the pencil?
Oh, God. Primary school teacher. I used to do school chairs. I then started thinking, well, I need to do something else. So I did the compasses. You remember the compasses? The things you draw circles with? Yeah. And then one day I put a pencil and I was like, oh, I really like the pencil. And then originally they were really detailed and had like the rubber and the metal ferrule, and we're going stationary nerd stuff again. And they were really detailed, but they had the triangular end and they looked really, well, they were okay. But then I found some stickers, again, it's back to stickers, that were really small. And so I was like, I want to draw the pencil on the stickers, but I can't because pencils are long and thin. So do you remember at school you had that kid who was always trying to sharpen his pencil real short? So I was like, I'll draw a short one, but I drew it on there, and with the weird triangle end, it just looked stupid. So I scalloped it because my pencils, again, going down the nerd route, are all hand sharpened with a sharp craft knife because I'm a nerd. And then I was like, I like the look of that. And then it's kind of morphed. The lines have got thicker. There's a formula: outside line, inside line, angled lines. They're all different thicknesses based on this mad internal formula I have in my head. So I can tell if you're copying because I know the lines won't be there. Yeah, someone did copy. It's a long story. Anything else? Are we all good?
I think that's all
Okay.
we have time
Happy
for.
days.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.